All right. So yeah. So Ayub. All right. It's Arabic for Job. All right. But Job with Lashwa Kadash is pronounced Yawab. All right. Yawab. Okay. So all right. It says right here, the Islamic era says in the 14th century, meaning Moors and Jews. Moors, no, but Israelites. Those confessing Islam. That's all it is. Fleeing persecution, migrated south to Timbuktu area at the time of Songhai Empire. Among them was Kefaf, the Katif family, descend from Ishmael, John Khat, Yehudi, sent to Morocco. All right, and the Yehudi is Yahawada. All right. Sons of this prominent family founded their village that still exists near Timbuktu, or Kershamba, Habomo, and Kongogara. In 1492, as Kista Muhammad the first came to power in previously tolerant region of Timbuktu and decreed that Jews must convert to Islam or leave. The Jews became legal, all right, obeying the law, statute, commandment became illegal in Mali, as it did in Catholic Spain the same year. This was based on the advice of Muhammad al-Makili. All right, oh bastard, man. All right, so that's with the Southern Kingdom. All right, like I said, the book is Timbuktu, From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. All right, this is on Wikipedia. You could easily find that. All right, so it's records showing that the so-called Negroes, are the Israelites from the Southern Kingdom. All right, so-called Negroes, Judah, so-called West Indians, the West Indians, tribe of Benjamin, and the so-called Haitian tribe of Levi. All right. So it's evidence that they're Israelites, man. Now, let's go into the so-called Native Americans. All right. And this is where I gotta tell you, man, this image right here, man, is false, man. This guy was darker than that, man. All right. It was one of those eastern so-called Native American tribes. I forgot. The Mohegan. All right, that guy much darker, man. He looked like a Negro. All right, but anyway, the book is the 10 Tribes of Israel, or the True History of North American Indians, showing that they are descendants of these 10 tribes. All right. So you go right here, page 115. All right. Like that. Let me see. All right, so this is talking about the Delaware nations. All right, it says Mr. Betty gives much same account of their prophets among the Delaware nations or tribes above 118 years ago. They consult the prophets upon any extraordinary occasion, as in great or uncommon sickness or mortality. This, he says, seemed to be in the imitation of the Jews. All right, because they're Israelites, man. All right, this is about the tribe of Gad, so-called Native American. Inquiring of their prophets, Ishtaholo is the name of all their great beloved men, and Ponto offer descends by inheritance to the elders, right? All right. It says, right, it cannot be expected, but the dress of the old Indian high priest, or rather the great beloved man, the first oldest among the beloved men, should be different from that of the high priest or the Jews. It says the poverty and distress condition of the Indian renders a conformity impossible, notwithstanding the cases agreement are really astonishing considering their circumstances, and they're having no means of knowing or what it is by tradition, being deprived of the records relative to it. All right. So this go back when the split of the Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom. All right. I'm gonna find that for y'all. All right. It says because Levi was spread, tribe of Levi was spread among all tribes. But one of the kings has sent the Levites back to the southern kingdom, man. Anyway, they're gonna be part of the southern kingdom. That prophecy had to be fulfilled, All right. So let me see. Right, it says 1 Kings chapter 1 verse 35, because Solomon went off, and that's why the kingdom split. All right, you can see right here it says, read up here, ancestor Solomon forsake Yahweh and started worshiping no gods, and he was old in age. He dealt with those young girls. All right, so it says right here, it said, how bad? 1 Kings chapter 11:34. How bad I will not take away the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him a prince all the days of his life for to David, my servant's sake, whom I choose, because he kept my commandments, my statutes. All right, because David was, basically the apple of the Most High eye, Yahweh's eye. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand. I will give it unto thee, even 10 tribes. And unto his son I would give 1 tribe, that David my servant may have a light always before me, Jerusalem, that the city which I chosen me to put my name there. All right. When he said 1 tribe, he talking about the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. All right. That's what he talking about. It says right here, it said 1 Kings 11:38. 1 Kings 11:37. And I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all that thy soul desire, and shall be king over Israel. All right, verse 38, it said, it shall be, if thou will hearken to all I commanded, and will walk my way, do this in my sight, I will keep the statutes and to keep my statutes, my commandments, David my servant did, I will be with thee and build thee a sure house, as I built for David, I will give Israel to thee. All right. All right, so there you go. And I will for this afflict to see David, but not forever. And Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam. Jeroboam rose, fled to Egypt, until Shishak, the king of Egypt, was in Egypt until the death of Solomon. All right, so there you go. So Most High gave the 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, to Solomon and his descendants, and he gave Jeroboam the rest of the 9 tribes. All right. All right, so so I'm trying to get it here where he when he sent the Levites back to all right, you can see where they made 2 calves and stuff. All right, okay, knew the southern kingdom, man. That's how it's a lot. They knew the northern kingdom would worship. They knew the people worship their calves, man. All right, being wicked as hell. All right, the northern kingdom consists of the so-called Native Americans and Latinos. All right, or the indigenous, basically the indigenous people of Americas. All right, and you can see right here, it said 1 Kings chapter 12 verse 31. They made a house a high place and made priests of the lords of people, which were not of the sons of Levi. All right, so that's how they know how to do all that stuff, man. All right. All right. And they, in this chapter, well, you could do it yourself. They send the sons of Levi back among Judah and Benjamin, man, and the southern kingdom, Judah, man. All right. All right, so that's where they get that from. All right, you can find it yourself. All right, but it says right here. It says it cannot be expected, but that the dress of the old Indian high priest, or rather a great beloved man, the first and oldest among the beloved men, shall be different from the high priest of the Jews, all right, the tribe of Levi. The part of straight condition, and it renders a confirmity impossible, notwithstanding case agreement are really astonishing, considering their circumstances and there having no means of knowing what it was by tradition, but being deprived of records relative to it. It says, before the Indian Archimagus or the high priest, officially may suppose a holy fire for the yearly atonement sin, as soon as be shown, he clothes himself with a white garment resembling the ephod of the Jews, being made of finely dressed deer or doe skin. Is a waistcoat without sleeves. He enters to the solemn duty, beloved. Attendant spreads a white dress buckskin on the white seat, will stand close to supposed holiness division their place or worship, then put some white beads on it that offered by the people. The Archimagus wraps, or the high priest, wraps around his shoulders and consecrated skin of the same sort, was reaching across under his arms. He ties behind his back with 2 knots on his legs in the form of figure 8. Instead of going barefoot, he wears a new pair of white buckskin moccasins. White means spiritually, represents purity, man. Made by himself, and it said, and so with the sinews of the animal, he paints the upper part of them across the toes with a few streaks of red, made of red root, which is their symbol, holy things, as vermilion is a ward. The shoes he never wears at any other time. He leaves them in the other parts of his pontifical dress, which the service are all over in the beloved people. But anyway, it was gonna be the all 12 tribes. One gonna be it says in Esther chapter 19, which would be a nation of priests, man. So when Yahushua died, that ripped that garment ripped in the Levite priest temple, man. But, that symbolized that not the inner priesthood, but everybody in the all 12 tribes, the elect among the men gonna be high priests, man. It's gonna be a nation of priests anyway, man. Like I said, Esther chapter 19. It says, in resemblance of the sacred breastplate, the Americans wear a breastplate made of white conch shell with 2 holes bored in the middle of it, through it which he puts the end of an otter skin strap and fasten a white buck horn butt to the outside of each, as if imitation of precious stones and Urim Thummim, which erected blades on the high priest's breast. The unearned words divine oracle. Instead, the plate of gold which wore the forehead with the words holy or separate to basically Yahweh. The Indian wears around his temples consider a wreath of swan feathers or a large piece of swan skin, doubled so as only the fine snowy down appears on each side as likeness of a tear. The former, the latter, wears a crown of his head, a tuft or white feather, which they call Yakra, but the meaning of the word is not known. He also fastens a number of blunted wild turkey cock spurs toward the toes of his moccasin, as resemble the bells which the Jewish high priest wore on his coat of blue. So Vocab Malone, why is these people doing this, man? Vocab Malone and Sister Cantaloupe. And just like their brothers in West Africa, they was doing this, man. Just like their brothers in West Africa. Let me see. The God people, man. Now you have some of my people mixing with those Hamites, but the God people, Ewe, EWE, man, those Israelites, man. Even the Shante, man, even though he got Ham mixed with them, man, those are Israelites, man. So the ones that Hamites, that's one sold our people into hardcore bondage, man. It says right here, page 130, the book from Babylon, the Timbuktu, by Rudolph R. Winslow. And also you got a bone pick too, man. Some things he be going off in his book, and also in this book too. You gotta watch out. Timothy R. Jenkins, you gotta watch out too, man. You gotta pick the bones out the meat. Separate the truth from the lies. All right. It says right here, it says, among the Ashantis of the Gold Coast, Ghana, are found Jews who observe in the Hebrew custom. They don't fight on Saturday, but they rest. They celebrate the New Year of the Jews, which occurs in September or early October. They use the word Amon at the end of human Thanksgiving. Right, man, because when the Ashanti slaves around Jamaica, man, they would say Amon to end their prayers, man. All right. At the end of human Thanksgiving, like the Hebrews old, they married their tribe only. They perform cross-cousin marriages. The Ashanti Jews also observe the laws of uncleanness after the childbirth purification ceremony of the 40th day and the menstrual seclusion law and ceremony ablutions. And the Ashanti Jews have a breastplate like the high priest in ancient Israel. Is also divided into 12 parts representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Also, they have misavnet or headdress, which is gold disc in front, which in ancient Israel bore an inscription holy unto Yahweh. All right. But see, Malone, they're not gonna go into this, man. All right, just like their Gadite brothers. All right, here in Americas. All right, when they was basically doing the same thing. That's the tribe of Levi. All right, with the high priest, they doing the same thing over here in West Africa and in Ghana, man. All right. I'm going to read this. Said the black Jews of Dahomey, Dr. J. Crapper, reported in 1926 that there existed a large Hebrew community of black Jews, all right, Israelites, all right. It says in the interior of black nationality in Dahomey, West Africa, these Hebrews had their own central temple where they sacrifice animals, in which their temple are found many laws engraved on the tablets which attached to the temple walls. They have a high priest, a large number of priestly families whose members walk house to house, bringing education and religious instruction to each family of the community. Moreover, these Jews had their own Chumash, fat books of Moses, written in old parchment Hebrew letters, but they have no other books. What little Judaism they possess was transmitted from their ancestors. All right, the law, statute, commandments. All right, Dr. Crepper said that they observed the Shabbat. All right, or, that's how he said Sabbath correctly, Shabbat, and other Jewish customs. It was like despite the pressure from the pagan environment. All right, but see, Vocab not gonna get into this, man. Why? Because it's true custom, man. So I'm gonna end this. All praise to Yahweh Bashar Shai. Double honor to Apostle Elders in New York, JMS. And so I tell you, all around the world, teach the truth. Shalom.